Welcome to Rays of Hope, where inspiration meets possibilities. Join us on this journey as we explore videos that illuminate the path to positivity, resilience, and success. This is part 2 of the Guide to Loving Kindness meditation. This part shares simple steps to practice it daily and deepen your sense of compassion. Here are the traditional stages of Metta practice. Stage 1. Yourself. The journey starts with you. Many of us find it easier to be kind to others than to ourselves. This stage helps address that imbalance. You silently repeat phrases that express well wishes toward yourself. Common phrases include, "May I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease." Take your time with these phrases. Feel the warmth and genuine desire for your own well-being. This isn't selfish, it's essential. If you can't offer kindness to yourself, it's difficult to offer it truly to others. Stage 2. Loved ones. Once you feel some warmth for yourself, you extend it to those you easily love. Think of family, close friends, or even a beloved pet. Bring their image to mind and direct the same phrases toward them. For example, may loved one's name be safe, may they be happy, may they be healthy, may they live with ease. This stage helps solidify the feeling of warmth. It is often easier to feel compassion for those we care deeply about. It builds on the self-kindness you just practiced, making the transition smoother. Stage 3. Neutral persons. This stage can be more challenging but is very powerful. Now, you bring to mind someone you neither love nor dislike. Think of someone you encounter regularly but don't know well. This could be the postal worker, a cashier at the grocery store, or a neighbor you simply wave to. Direct the same loving kindness phrases to them. May neutral person's name be safe, may they be happy, may they be healthy, may they live with ease. This stage helps break down the unconscious barriers we put up between ourselves and those outside our immediate circle. It expands your capacity for caring beyond personal preference. Stage 4. Difficult persons. This is often the most challenging stage, but it offers the most profound growth. Bring to mind someone with whom you have difficulty. This does not mean you condone their actions or relationships. The aim is to release your own anger or resentment. Direct the metta phrases towards them. May difficult person's name be safe, may they be happy, may they be healthy, may they live with ease. This stage is primarily for your benefit. Holding on to anger harms you more than it harms the other person. Offering them loving kindness helps free you from that burden. It's an act of self-compassion first and foremost. Stage 5. All beings. Finally, you expand your loving kindness to encompass everyone and everything. This means moving beyond individuals to include all living beings. Picture the entire world, or focus on a specific community or group. Repeat phrases like, may all beings be safe, may all beings be happy, may all beings be healthy, may all beings live with ease. This systematic expansion helps you realize the interconnectedness of all life. It naturally softens the ego by dissolving the perceived separation between me and them. When you wish well for all, your sense of self naturally broadens. How Metta cultivates self-compassion and ego softening. Metta, or loving kindness meditation, offers a powerful path to a healthier relationship with yourself. It helps us move beyond common ego traps like insecurity and the constant need for external approval. By actively sending kindness inward, we start to heal old wounds and build a stronger, more stable sense of self. This practice doesn't just make you feel good, it fundamentally shifts how your ego functions, pushing it towards a quieter, less defensive state. Expanding compassion. Dissolving boundaries of the ego. When you practice metta, you begin by showering yourself with goodwill, then you extend it to others. This outward flow of compassion naturally shrinks the ego's tendency to see itself as separate. Think of it like this. Your ego is often built on an idea of me versus them, but when you wish well for everyone, that sharp line starts to blur. Here is what happens as your compassion grows. Increased connectedness. You start to feel more linked to people around you. You see shared vulnerabilities and common desires for happiness. Reduced judgment. The need to judge others lessens. This is because judgment often comes from an ego trying to feel superior or distinct. A softer me. Your sense of self becomes less rigid. It's less about protecting a separate identity and more about being part of a larger whole. This process helps you develop a more open and flexible identity. You are still you, but that you feels less isolated and more expansive. Confronting aversion and attachment. Challenges to the ego. Metta practice directly challenges two strong ego tendencies, aversion and attachment. Aversion is our dislike or judgment of things and people we find difficult. Attachment is our grasping for things we want or crave. Both of these are ways the ego tries to control its environment and maintain comfort. When you practice metta, you intentionally cultivate kindness towards people or situations that normally trigger aversion. This might include someone who has hurt you or a frustrating situation. This act confronts the ego's usual reaction. Consider these benefits of challenging aversion and attachment. Less need for control. The ego thrives on control. By extending kindness to difficult people, you let go of the need to resist or change them. This reduces your own internal struggle. Freedom from craving. When you direct kindness towards things you typically crave or cling to, you can begin to release that grasping. This might be a specific outcome or a material possession. Reduced defensiveness. A fragile ego often creates defense mechanisms. These might be anger, blame, or withdrawal. Self-compassion, cultivated through metta, helps heal the insecurity that fuels these defenses. It reduces the ego's constant need for external validation. You become more self-reliant for your sense of worth. The role of loving kindness in reducing self-grasping. Loving kindness meditation, or metta, does more than just make you feel good. It actively works to soften the ego's tendency to clutch onto a rigid sense of self. When we practice metta, we are challenging the deeply ingrained habit of seeing ourselves as separate and fixed. This practice allows for more mental freedom and less attachment to our ingrained stories of who we are. From self-centeredness to altruism, a metta-driven shift. Consistent metta practice helps shift your focus from yourself to others. This isn't about ignoring your own needs. It's about naturally expanding your concern to include the well-being of all. You begin to experience a deep joy from genuinely wishing others well. This feeling is a powerful contrast to the often isolating experience of being self-centered. Think about it like this. Reduced inner conflict. When your focus is solely on me, every interaction can feel like a competition or a threat. Metta lessens this struggle. More open interactions. You approach people with warmth rather than suspicion. This makes connections easier and more meaningful. A liberating feeling. Wishing well for others, even those you don't know, brings a profound sense of lightness. This feeling frees you from the heavy burden of constant self-concern. This shift helps loosen the ego's hold on fixed identities. The story of you becomes less about individual striving and more about shared humanity. You discover that genuine well-wishing for others also brings peace to yourself. It's a natural byproduct of altruistic intent. This expanded outlook transforms your inner world. Thank you for joining us on this uplifting journey with Rays of Hope. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos that spark hope and empowerment. Until next time, keep shining brightly. Thank you for watching.